What to do about Alice? Theodore Roosevelt had a small problem. It wasn't herding thousands of cattle across the Dakota Badlands. He'd done that. It wasn't leading the Rough Riders they charged at Kettle Hill. He'd done that too. He bagged a grizzly bear, captured outlaws, governed the state of New York, and served as vice president of the United States, and still he had a problem. Her name was Alice. Alice Lee Roosevelt was hungry to go places, meet people, and do things. Father called it running riot. Alice called it eating up the world. From the time she was a little girl, Alice ate up the world. Her mother had died in 1884, 2 days after Alice was born. Father was sad. Everyone was sad for Alice, but she remembered her mother. She did not want to grow up hearing them say, "The poor little thing." She wanted to see how high the spring sprang on her grandparents' sofa. Father remarried, had more children. Every morning, Alice still cried, "Now, pig," until Father gave her a pigback ride downstairs to breakfast. The family moved between New York and Washington, D.C., following Father's jobs. Wherever they went, Alice ate up the world. She rowed across Oyster Bay for picnics on the beach. She gambled through the parks of Washington, pretending to be a fiery horse. She learned to smell of crusty French rolls and English tea served piping hot. She read voraciously and drank in Father's tales of Davy Crockett, George Armstrong Custer, and Daniel Boone. Instead of going to school, Alice was taught at home. With a lot of time for exploring New York City, she watched the students of Mrs. Spence's boarding school walk so primly down the sidewalk. That looked like so much fun to Alice. She wanted to own a pet monkey and wear pants. Would you like a pet monkey? As Alice got older, doctors noticed her legs weren't growing properly. For the next several years, she had to wear braces. Sometimes while she walked around, the braces would lock up, pitching Alice face first to the ground. She did not want anyone saying the poor little thing about that either. When Alice's leg braces finally came off, Father encouraged her to ride a bicycle. He hoped it would help her feel less cautious. Alice loved her new freedom. She roamed the streets of Washington from the Capitol steps to the gypsy camps by the racetrack. She joined an all-boys club. The boys were out in disguise till Father discovered the roots. He grumbled. Alice was unruly and inconsiderate. She was turning into a tomboy. Enough was enough. It was time for Alice to attend Miss Spence's boarding school and to be a proper young lady. Alice was appalled. The idea completely shriveled her. Every afternoon, all summer long, she made a point of going to her room to weep. Father couldn't bear to see Alice so unhappy. When school started in the fall, Alice stayed home after all. She came up with her own solution for education. She said to Father, "Let me loose in your library." She taught herself astronomy, geology, even Greek grammar. She read Twain Dickens' Darwin and the Bible, cover to cover. Every morning she told Father what she had learned the day before. She also grew more curious about politics. As Father's career soared higher and higher, the discussion on the breakfast table, the stream of people seeking Father's advice, the excitement of election night. In 1901, when Alice was 17, Father became President of the United States. The whole family moved into the White House. Alice tried to be helpful. She watched her brothers and sisters so stepmother could get some rest. When her pet snake, Emily Spinach, which Alice Nature's color resembled to a very thin ant, she welcomed Father's visitors. He sputtered to a friend, "I can be President of the United States or I can control Alice. I cannot possibly do both." As daughter of the president, Alice assumed her role as goodwill ambassador. She helped open the Buffalo Exposition, riding a camel and watching the hoochie coochie dancers. She christened the Kaiser's yacht with great fanfare and a large bottle of champagne. She visited plantations in Cuba and schools in Puerto Rico, all at her best official behavior. Father delighted wrote to her, "You were a real service down there because you made those people feel like you liked them and took interest in them. Your presence was accepted as a great compliment." He warned Alice again and again, however, not to let newspaper reporters catch her gallivanting around. He reminded her that nice people do not always see their names in the paper. "Beware of publicity," Father said. "Do not talk to reporters." Oh, Alice. Lots and lots of newspapers about her, all the things she does. Everyone loved Alice. A songwriter wrote, "Alice, where art thou?" Bands overplayed it. The mother's name, the baby girl, was Alice. Alice even had color named after her, Alice Blue. That matched the color of her boy blue eyes. The press called her Princess Alice. Other young ladies rode in carriages. Alice drove a runabout, fast. She two-stepped till the wee hours of the morning. She was even caught betting on a horse race. Letters poured in to Father from conservative women's groups. Alice's behavior was outrageous, they said. In 1905, when Father began his second term as president, as being served in, Alice waved mildly to her friends, and Father finally told her to sit down. You're making a show, each other grumbled. Well, you do it, Alice protested. Why shouldn't I? But this is my inauguration here, bud. He got right back to work, brokered a new peace treaty between Russia and Japan. Meanwhile, Alice asked if she might join the American delegation to Asia. The papers tripled the news. Alice in Wonderland, the first maiden of land will travel to Orient. Alice boarded the ship to San Francisco, 2 large hat boxes, 4 trunks of oodles of boxes and bags. Alice had a marvelous time. She danced the hula in Hawaii. She dumped fully clothed in the ship's swimming pool. She watched sumo wrestling in Japan, viewed the troops in the Philippines, and toured the gardens of the Empress of China, received many gifts along the way. After 4 months, Alice returned with 2 large hat boxes, 4 trunks, oodles boxes and bags, and 23 cases of loot. Father was not amused with all the gifts. Alice also brought home a fiancé, Nicholas Longworth, a debonair congressman who got on the trip. And what did she want for wedding presents? Trinkets, said Alice, preferably diamond trinkets. From all over the world, friends, dignitaries, and total strangers sent her gifts, jewelry, fur coats, silver vases, cakes, flock furniture, sewing machines, washing machines, popcorn, bales of hay, a load of coal, a box of snakes, a pair of turtles, a Boston Terrier with his own wardrobe dog clothes. She even got a pet monkey. She'll accept anything, friends said, except a red-hot stove. The White House wedding was a social event of the season. 800 guests watched Father walk Alice down the aisle. Alice jumped into a new role as wife of a congressman, hurrying home from Congress for quick meals of scrambled eggs for rushing back to hear the debates. But she was still the daughter of the president. As her love and knowledge of politics grew, she quickly became one of Father's most trusted advisors and ardent champions. And she still ate up the world, danced in the turkey trot, diplomatic balls, and played poker with the boys. She created the Night Riders, who galloped to the houses of friends and bellowed until invited in for snacks. And Father, well, even after the presidency, he made one of the country's most popular politicians, leading Americans in times of hardship and prosperity. There's one problem that Teddy Roosevelt never quite solved: what to do about Alice. The end.